Hello everybody, welcome back to Train Simulator 2016. Now today is not a DLC spotlight. No. Instead, I need to find how to make this work. Like that, okay, so I need to go backwards. So today, we're going to be taking a look at something a little different. We're not looking at the Class 156 today, possibly to much of your dismay for a lot of you. Yeah. I got to sort the headlights out. Just couple up to the locomotive behind us. Like that. Okay, so there we go. So destination light. Headlight, marker light. Turn the tail light off. That should be that one good. Okay, so there we go. Got that one sorted. So today we're going to be talking about something a little different. And that's something that has recently come to my attention as something that it's something that was said quite a while ago by the people at Railsim, or Dovetail Games as they're now called, and we haven't heard much of it since. Now, a few of you will already know what I'm going on about. It's no secret about what I've been on about. Press the button, call somebody. Cab lights in here? No? Okay. So, the thing in question, well, the thing I'm going to be talking about that is in question is the Unreal Engine 4 version of Train Simulator, or the Train Simulator built in UE4. So, it hasn't been said much. Well, they said quite a bit about it. Well, they said they were going to build a new one in Train Simulator, and not much has been said ever since. It's something that's eluded a lot of people, and it's something that people have been wanting to know about for quite a bit. I found something a couple of weeks ago, more likely a month ago, by the time I'm recording this, but it's something that sheds light on well, its release date and its development stage, and that was something I came across when there was an article talking about Dovetail Games' partnership with Microsoft to do with a Xbox release of Train Simulator, the one you're seeing right now, and also a few products down the line. This included the Steam edition of Microsoft Flight Sim. So let's just get going. So yeah, with Microsoft, when partnering with Microsoft, they were allowed to have the rights to the Steam release of Microsoft Flight Simulator X, which I don't need because I already have it anyway. But it did say about a few other things that were going on with the folks at Dovetail Games, and one of them was to say about the next iteration of Train Simulator. Now this is an article which I will link in the description if you want to check it out. There's not, again, there isn't much detail. There aren't many details about it, but it does give us a possible release date for it, or at least a sort of area that it would be released in. And it states that it's going to be released sometime this year, sometime late 2016. Now, whether they continue with their release schedule for all Train Simulator games and have it around September, that's yet to be seen. But again, they haven't said much on it since the article, which is a couple of years old now, I believe. So it may all be completely false. I don't know, because again, they haven't said much about it. It's something that a lot of us would actually like to know. Sounds a bit off. Yeah, it does sound something that's a little bit, I don't know. It's, again, there's a lot of speculation that about when it could be released, which could be this year, it could be in like 5 years' time. We don't know, because they've kept it very, very close and very, very quiet, and they have a lot of other DLC coming out, so people's attention has been drawn away, which is perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, a little bit of insight would have been nice. You can't deny that it would have been nice for them to have, like, oh, we've got this, and we're now working on this. Which, yeah, it's something. I mean, considering how much, well, let's face it, considering how much that this game needs a graphics overhaul, Unreal Engine 4 is a good choice to do that. So you can't fault them for selecting an engine that can give them what they want, which is perfectly fine. But it also brings into question what features it will have as well, because the engine they've been working with since Rail Simulator it's the same one, exact same engine. And when I say that, I mean game engine, what it runs in, not engine as in like this kind of engine. But yeah, it also speculates what kind of stuff will be in it and how advanced it will be. Now, a lot of that is down to scripting. I mean, you can ask the folks at Just Trains. There's so much scripting in some of their advanced things nowadays. It's absolutely ridiculous. It boggles my mind. And they can do that with this game engine, the thing that runs this in. So just imagine what could possibly come through with an Unreal Engine 4 version. Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, definitely updated graphics. I mean, the graphics they're not the worst. I have played games with worse graphics. I mean, look at the graphics in this, for example, are quite nice. You can put, pardon me. I mean, they're not too bad. And yeah, they could do with an overhaul. What graphics couldn't do with an overhaul, to be honest. Because graphics are always ever getting better and better and better. But it also brings in whether they would come true on something that they said for, well, when was the last time they posted a video about it? A long time ago, about multiplayer. Now, this is something that is quite interesting for something of this nature, because a train simulator can be very interesting on how it plays through. Now, I'm going to mention Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator because they have a multiplayer modification, and that is, it could be on the same sort of level because it loads the map and people can play. The problem with this would be getting all the scripting for the signals right. Because in Euro Truck Simulator, the multiplayer mod, they sync all the traffic lights, everybody abides by normal road rules. Okay? That's fair enough. With this, it's a lot I would say that it could possibly be a lot harder because you have to sort out what kind of points they're doing, what service they're running, where they're going to, where they've come from, what kind of... I mean, it's... There is a lot of stuff that can be thrown up in the air saying, will it have this, will it have this, will it have this, will it have this? And the fact of the matter is, it's... I mean, I'm not saying that it won't come, but it's easier to say that it's more than likely not going to happen, because then you're either surprised when it does come out, or you're not disappointed. Well, be a bit disappointed anyway, but the main point of it is, what can they? Well, I am doing a lot of waffling right now, because I'm trying to get my thoughts together on this, and I probably should have like written something down, but this is completely off the top of my head, which is why it's all skew whiffing everywhere. But yeah, the potential for like a lot more advanced features in this game are absolutely ridiculous. Because you can have lights everywhere. You could basically have every single one of these buttons working, and you could possibly pick the phone up, call somebody. You can click that over there. Test. Hello. So yeah, we get a radio in it, but yeah, there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to putting in a working multiplayer. Yes, you can like zoom by other people in different trains, and you can whistle at people, beep your horn at people. But what about the advanced warning system? How would that be put into multiplayer? Because along with the signals, you have to have the advanced warning system as well. Which again is another thing that relies on, well, I would say relies on scripting. I don't know. I'm not a complete expert in this kind of stuff. I didn't even give it a chance then. But it's hard to guess. It's very easy to wish on features. It's hard to guess what will be there. It's more than likely that it's going to have basics in it. Like the basics you find in this, basics you'll find in that. I'm hoping there will be a better light system than this, because you can only just see a couple of feet in front of you, which is... it's not the best, really. I'm not going to turn that on. Yeah, again, it's still very, very hard to speculate, but it's kind of hard to talk about because they haven't said anything about it. It's been very hush-hush, which, I mean, yeah, it's possibly a very good thing, because when they do come out with it, it's like, BAM! This is what we got. But on the other hand, people have been playing the game for... I don't know, how long have I been playing this? I've been playing it for about 7 years now. I think I got Railworks back in 2009. yeah, people have been playing it for as long as me, if not longer than me, will be like, well, what have you got? What's new? Come on, tell us just a little bit. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of developers who don't like revealing stuff. That's perfectly fine, but if you're trying to keep a fan base happy, throwing DLC out for a game that, well, put it this way, a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot of people. I'm genuinely just trying to find the right words at the minute. It's interesting. Right, so they have a rhythm. Just bear with me on this. I will get back to the main point. It's just I'm trying to like bring it so it's in a nice round little bundle. No, single yellow. Okay. So they have a schedule. Every single Thursday they will release a new piece of DLC. It's been like that for quite a while, and for someone like me, it's getting a bit old, because you can tell it'll say coming soon, and it'll be like, oh, it'll either be this Thursday or next Thursday or the Thursday after that. It'll be one of them. So it's nice that they've got a routine for that. But who knows how long they've been working on a piece of DLC. I mean, the same goes for the Unreal Engine 4 version. No one knows how long they've been at it. I know they've been at it for a couple of years now. But again, for someone who's been playing it as long as I have, or if not longer, the routine kind of gets boring, and it kind of seems like they're just doing this to cover themselves so they don't have to say anything else about the Unreal Engine 4 version. Because let's be honest, that's been minimal at best. I mean, they might release something later this year. Who knows? They will release something later this year. Whether it's the Unreal Engine 4 version, we don't know. I'm hoping it's the Unreal Engine 4 version, because I'd actually like to take quite a good look at that. However, it's never that simple. It'd be nice to say that like the next iteration of Train Sim is coming this year. It's coming in September or August or October. One of them. But it's safe to assume if it's later than September, I would say that it is the Unreal Engine 4 version. I'm not saying it's definite, but I'd say there's a very good chance that it is. But if it's around September, then it's going to be on the... It's not going to be the Unreal Engine 4 version, it's just going to be Train Sim 2017. Which will be a great shame, really. Because I don't mind. I would not mind if they missed a year just to finish the Unreal Engine 4 version. Would not mind that at all. And I'm pretty sure a few people out there feel the same. It's like, yeah, just miss a year, don't matter. Work on the Unreal Engine 4 version and then give us that next year. No problem. But if they release another one like this one, while working on the Unreal Engine 4 one, it's a bit... It kind of brings up the thought that we're never going to get it at all, really. And that's something that I don't really want to think about, because ever since they announced the Unreal Engine 4 version, I've been thinking about that a lot. Like a seriously good amount of time. So if they do release it this year, I will be really, really happy. And I'll take a proper good look at it. I'll record a video for you guys and we'll have all that. But there is always the possibility that that will not come true this year. Oh, sees that. Okay. There we go. Oh, we can see into the light. There we go. But yeah, it's something to cast thoughts on. It's even harder to predict. So, well, what would I like to come out of this version, this Unreal Engine 4 version of Train Simulator? Better graphics, better scripting, better features, definitely. Didn't even take the bloody brakes off. Well done, me. And it's, yeah, better features, better graphics, a bit more content like around the edges, because if we go out here, I mean, we've got quite a lot on here, but this is a fairly old route. And like a few routes nowadays are just like lacking in scenery around the edge. They've added a few mountains to make it look like it goes out a bit further, but that's about it. So, in terms of my point of view, it's a bit disappointing, but it does bode well for in the future. Well, I'm hoping it bodes well for the future. Sorry, I've got a bit of, my throat's a bit weird today. It always feels like there's something in my throat, like stuck in my throat, but there's not. So I do apologise for that. But yeah, it's good that they're working on a new version. I would not mind if they missed a year. If it doesn't come out this year, I hope they take a year out and just work completely on that. Work on a few pieces of DLC to keep going. Yeah, that's fine. But just work on it and then release it next year. To me that sounds like a better plan than just hey, we're doing an Unreal Engine 4 version a couple of years later. Oh yeah, this is coming out this year, and then it's the supposed year of its release and no one's heard hide nor hair of it. It kind of does make you wonder whether it will actually come out this year at all, if at all, because they seem quite comfortable with this engine. But that's the thing; they have to get comfortable with a new engine if they want to progress. I'm not saying it'd be easy; it's probably absolute hell, but that's just one of them things. One of the things that kind of annoys me about the Unreal Engine 4 version is that the DLC, it makes sense, but it kind of sucks. Is that the DLC that everybody's bought for this version of the game will not be compatible with the Unreal Engine 4 version. That is a great shame, and I hope that they can find a way around that, because a lot of us have bought a lot of DLC. I mean, I've easily bought over £200 worth of DLC for this game, easily. And when the new one comes out, it's like, oh, you can't use that anymore. Sorry, you have to go back to basics. It's kind of a kick in the teeth, kick in the balls kind of thing. Because it's like, oh yeah, I bought all this. Oh, it don't work anymore. And then immediately you get kicked in the balls, and it's like, oh crap. And then you got to spend probably the exact same amount of money buying it all again, if they ever make it again. That's another thing that could come into question. What kind of like locomotives will be in it? Yeah, there'll be steam, diesel, and electric. There's no doubt about that. But the question is, how much variety will be there? Like, will they have 156, 170? Will they have DMUs? Will they have like small single car diesels like a Class 153. What about steam locomotives? Will they have the standard ones you got before, the Class 5, the 7F? Or will they have more, like A4s, A1s, A3s, A2s as well? Now they've got the entire set. Will there be some new ones in? Like, I'm kind of hoping for the P2, because that's kind of like become like a little bit of a favourite locomotive of mine recently. It looks amazing. I know I've told you before they're building a new one, but I'm keeping a very, very close eye on that because I'm extremely interested in that. But yeah, P2s are beautiful. I do want the P2s to be in there. Hell yeah, because they're just awesome. They look awesome. But yeah, it does speculate what will be in it as well. And what routes? What routes would be in it? Will we get the entire East Coast Main Line? I doubt that, considering the requirements for Unreal Engine 4 just running something simple, which is a bit of a shame. It uses up a lot of RAM. I'm not sure how much RAM this uses up, actually. I've been meaning to check that out for some time, and I've never got around to it, and I probably never will. But yeah, like, what routes will be on it, weather conditions as well. Sunny, rainy, snow. Will we get thunderstorms? The room for speculation is absolutely enormous, as anything is with a new game, or a new version of a game. I mean, it's kind of like Watch Dogs 2. It's like, oh, what's Watch Dogs 2 got in it? And then, of course, E3 came around and we found out exactly what Watch Dogs 2's got in it. A similar thing can be applied to this. It's like we've already got all of this. Are they going to add to it, or are they going to go back to basics to give us something that they can build on for years to come, like they have been doing with this one? So I'd like to think they're going with a similar. Well, I want them to do what they've been doing with Train Simulator, because they've been going up and up and up and up and up, and like the quality has grown. There's no doubt about that. The quality's grown. I mean, there are certain developers that are a little bit better, more quality. I mean, Just Trains, the scripting on that is absolutely ridiculous. With the guys at Double Tail Games, they don't do that much scripting as well, which does make me a little curious as to why. Now again, I hope it's because they're working on the Unreal Engine 4 version. I really, really do. Is that the case? Who knows? I've said that a lot. I've said that a lot in today's video. It's like, who knows what's going to happen? Well, exactly. It's something extremely unknown, especially to people who've been around for a few years. Hell, some people at Dovetail Games might not even know. I'm speeding. Yes, I know. Shut up. But yeah. So the graphics will definitely be better. Hoping for more advanced features, as opposed to pressing the Z key to start it up and turn it off all the time. Hoping there's a little bit more to it. I mean, come on, there's a master key there. Master key there, come on. Put master keys in it, that's fine. Maybe we'll even be able to walk about. That's something that would be quite cool. Kind of like World of Subways, London Underground Simulator. You can just walk about and then you can sit down and just go. Which I would like an immense amount. I would like that so much if we could just walk about and just pick a train and go, as opposed to using this camera to pick one. I don't mind using that camera because it snaps from one to the other, but I would like to walk about a bit. Again, it's genuinely what they it's more than likely they'll go with what they feel comfortable with to start off, and then as time progresses, it will get better and better because they learn more and more, which is how that's kind of a stupid statement, because that's how basically everything goes in terms of development. It's like you just get more comfortable with it, you learn more, and you can apply it easier and better and build upon that. I feel like I'm doing a therapy group thing, but I'm not, because I don't get paid. I don't get paid to listen to people. That must be an awesome job. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna close the video in a minute, because it's I don't want this to drone on too long, because I'm not looking at something specific. I've basically been bullshitting and waffling for half an hour about something that I probably know absolutely nothing about, and I'm probably wrong in every single detail. If I'm right about certain details, then I'm glad about that. But one thing I want you guys to do is, we've all heard about the Unreal Engine 4, well, most of us. If you haven't, I'll put the article. There was an article introducing the fact that they were going to do that. They were going to do a Unreal Engine 4 version. Again, not many details were given in that, and since they've moved to their new website, that post has since been deleted. It's gone. I'll post the one where I found the link down in the description if you need anything. Again, if there's any important information, it will always be in the description. But yeah, so what do I hope for this? Better graphics, more advanced features, walking about, maybe. Multiplayer's a long shot, but hey, I can dream. Other than that, well, a more diverse variety of locomotives is available from the start, seeing as all DLC we buy for this will be completely and utterly redundant. As we get into that. But yeah, let me know what features you guys want, or you guys would like to see in the Unreal Engine 4 version of Train Sim, and hopefully I will be doing a video on it later this year. But other than that, guys, I would like to thank you very much for watching, and as always, I shall see you next time.